How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to Movie Talk. So, F1 just released this new trailer. It's starring Brad Pitt. And I gotta say, I am really excited to watch this movie. In a year. So, I want to talk about the trailer, but also I want to talk about how annoying I find this is. So, okay. There was a trend for a while there in Hollywood where trailers would come out like I'd say like 9 months before the movie actually released, something like that. Maybe not always 9 months. I remember Godzilla King of the Monsters. It was like, I want to say like 6 to 9 months, like something like that. Like that's how long it took before the movie came out compared to the first trailer. And that completely decimated the box office because when that movie first came, the trailer first came out, the hype was unreal. And then when the movie came out, nobody went to see it because everyone forgot about it. And I'm worried that's what's going to happen with F1. So, yes, the movie does come out June 2025, so it's 11 months. Sorry, 11 months until the movie comes out. And so I'm really worried that like if there's going to be a lot of momentum building up at the beginning and then it just kind of dies out, people just kind of forget about it. However, it does have one advantage in that it's an F1 movie, so it can constantly be playing trailers for F1 races, and so it does have that going for it. So, like, I don't think it's as concerning as what it could be, just because it still has enough advertising to be able to play on F1 races. But I just want to say that, like, if they would have done this trailer at the beginning of 2025, like January of 2025, then it wouldn't have to be such a concern because I really am concerned about this because I want this movie to succeed. It needs to succeed. The budget's way over $300 million. Like it's absolutely ballooned and it needs to make a lot of money. And I'm worried that if they play the trailer too soon, that if people are just going to forget it exists. But not even just that. I hate it when I see a trailer for a movie and it doesn't come out for like 6 months. Because it's so annoying of like getting like this hype around a movie and then like it's so far away. Like I like this trend now in Hollywood where trailers are coming out about like 3 months or so, like the first trailer, like 3, 4 months. And I think it's much better because it is a time period when like about like I said, the 3 to 4 months time period when like people first hear about the movie and then a month later you start showing like legitimate actual trailers about it and it slowly starts building hype that way. I hate it whenever I see a trailer coming out for a movie and it's going to be so long before it actually comes out. It's just that's just a personal thing. I don't know how everyone else feels about it, but for me personally, I hate seeing a trailer that's going to be releasing so long from now. Now, with that all being said, how did I feel about the trailer? Oh boy, I can't wait for this movie. The scenes with the racing, I mean, it's legitimately like I feel claustrophobic watching it. Cause in case you didn't know, they built used an F2 car and basically redesigned it to look exactly like an F1 car, but like it's built with like I want to say like 16 or 18 camera mounts. And so when you watch the movie, I honestly don't know if I've ever felt this same type of feeling watching any other racing movie. It has that sense of claustrophobia where like you feel like so stuck inside of this car because like you really do feel like you're inside of an F1 car and you're actually with Brad Pitt while he's driving. It's such an insane feeling that this movie is generating. And I just gotta say, Joseph Krasinski, the director, he also did Top Gun Maverick. What he's doing with the evolution of IMAX cameras, like Christopher Nolan definitely like is doing big with like doing like IMAX cameras and making them more widely available and easier to use. But in terms of what Joseph Krasinski can do, he has been able to use these cameras to capture movies that does it creates a totally different sense of just the scale of things. There were times when I was holding my breath during the trailer because towards the end, like you really get like a pretty great, like a kind of extended scene of a race that's going on, and just watching Brad Pitt, just like he feels like an actual F1 driver. Like I can feel the sense of like it seems like I'm actually watching real life races doing this. But I mean, this teaser does exactly what it needs to do. it gives you a general outline of what the story is like. It shows some great moments throughout the movie. And I'm also hearing, I remember there's an interview. I want to say the director Joseph Krasinski, he said there was an hour, like an hour of IMAX footage. And so I don't know how long this movie is going to be, but it seems like little less than half of the movie is going to be racing, and I am all for that. If they can create this sense of urgency, the sense of just claustrophobia and like feeling like so close in while watching these people drive these cars, I am all for it. I love anything that Joseph Krasinski is doing with these types of movies. I think Top Gun Maverick is one of the greatest movies that year, and I'm so happy that like he's still continuing these types of movies, because that's really what it feels like. It really does feel like Top Gun Maverick, but in race cars. I mean, granted, plot lines and stuff, I'm going to definitely feel like they're going to be different. I'm just talking about like the overall sense, like the feel of this movie. It feels like it's Top Gun Maverick inside of F1 cars. And I'm really excited about it. This is getting me so pumped up. I mean, yeah, like outside of that, like I still am kind of a little concerned about what's the going to be like for the box office, because this is such a giant movie. And Brad Pitt, I say that he's one of the last like true movie stars. There's not really a whole lot of stars that are like on his level where like he shows up in a movie and chances are it's going to be a big box office draw. And like I think like him, like I really don't know how many more actors you could truly say that one of the last like true A-list Hollywood stars. I mean, if you think of any, comment down below if you like have a name, and like I'll talk about it with you if I agree or disagree. But yeah, I mean, I think that movie definitely has it going for it. Also, it's really banking on Europe to be a big box office draw, and so I'm curious how much the box office is going to do if they're relying mostly on Europe. Because I mean, in America, F1 really isn't as popular, so it's not like you can have to like fully rely on America. And granted, there's going to be a lot of people still going for it, because I mean, Brad Pitt, racing movies, Joseph Krasinski has everything on to say that there's going to be a big box office draw. But it's really hard to predict like what's going to be a $1 billion movie and what's not. And so I'm hopeful. I feel like the odds are it's probably going to be a success, but also there's just a lot of factors that you have to put in. It's really near impossible to fully guarantee what's going to be a hit and what's not. I mean, tell me what you think. I mean, do you agree with me, disagree with me? What did you think of the trailer overall? Do you think it's going to be a success? Do you think it's going to fail? I mean, tell me everything that you think. Tell me all your thoughts. I mean, if you like the review of the trailer, I mean, like and subscribe to the channel. Share this video if you want, because it really does help out the channel a lot. And I'm trying to find new ways to always grow and improve my videos. And so, I mean, if you subscribe now, you can say, hey, I was subscribed to Movie Talk when he only had 30 subscribers. And so, I mean, that's just what I think. I like to use the before sunrise technique to get people to subscribe. But I mean, anyways, that's really all I have to say. That's Movie Talk. See ya.